commentaries in Srimad Bhagavatam, he explains that even in the Vaikunt, Lord Vishnu is wearing slipper. In the Vaikunt, Lord Vishnu is wearing slipper. But here in this Golok, is this Braj and that Golok, this Gokul and Golok, there's no difference. It's the same place. Krishna is wandering barefoot. Now, we may find many places where Lord has wandered barefoot. You know another place? We don't have any padiyatris here.
What's the question?
The padiyatris, they all know very special places in Chitragut. Lord Ram and Sita and Lakshmana.
Ayodhya.
No, he was king, he was wearing slipper.
And that forest.
You ever saw a king come out of his house without slipper? You ever saw Prince Charles come with the house shoe? Who's from London? You ever saw him? You ever saw him? He never comes outside with shoe. In Ayodhya, Lord Ram was wearing shoe, but when he got sent to the forest, he went barefoot to the Chitrakoot, the Danagan. We may find many places where Lord has gone barefoot, and that dust is mixed with lotus foot dust of Lord. Just like the Vrishvasis say, what did they say? What is that? Chitrakoot ki Ramraj, Vrindavan ki Dur, Ur Mastak Lakhe, Sabha Puri, Dur. You know Dur?
Guruvang.
First let's understand the first part. Chitrakoot ke Ramraj. That dust of Lord Ram's lotus feet in Chitrakoot ki Ramraj, Vrindavan ki Dhul. Ur Mastak Lakhe, if you put it on your forehead, Sabha Puri, Dur. You know Dur? Dur means far away. All your sins will go very, very far away. Just like there's one forest of Braj. He's so far away, he's in South Africa. Durban. Anybody here from Durban? You don't have anybody from South Africa? So South Africans on Braj to come in. So that is the Durban, that is the farthest forest of Braj. So Chitrakoot ki Ramraj, Vrindavan ki Dur, Lord Mastak Lakhe, Sabha Puri. But what makes Braj Raj so special? Braj Raj is very special because one reason is because on the last day of this Braj Bandhu Parikram, or next to last day, you will be staying in a place called Brahmandagat. What happened in Brahmandagat? Balaram came and told Mother Yasoda, Lala was eating dust. He was eating dust. So we may find many tears where Lord has gone barefoot, but you don't find any place in the whole universe where Lord was eating dust. You ever heard? You never heard? Krishna was eating the dust. Mother Yasoda said, you were eating dust? He said, I didn't eat any dust. What he meant to say was not me alone. He thought this dust is so wonderful. He wanted to cover the whole universe with this dust. Because he showed when Mother Yasoda, right, you open your mouth and let me see. She's the whole universe. So he took some dust. He covered the whole. It wasn't me alone, everybody. Why are you blaming me? That's what he meant to say. I didn't eat it. What he meant was not just me, everybody ate. Why are you blaming me? If she looked inside, she saw a whole universe got dust. He took dust inside. Now some of you may believe, no, he told that Balaram got angry just making stories. Some of you don't believe that he ate dust. Some of you may have doubts. So I'll give you another instance. Because we were talking just before, in the beginning, about Brahma stealing the calves and cows. So he stole all the calves and the cowherd boys. Calves and cowherd boys. So when Nandalala, he saw that all the calves and cowherd boys are gone, he thought, well, if I go home without the calves and cowherd boys, I'll get in deep trouble. I'm going to get in deep trouble. So what did he do? He became all the calves and cowherd boys. Brahma went away for 1 minute, 1 moment. But 1 minute of his time, whole year went by. Means those calves became big. So little calf, she drinks. They drink from the mother. But as they get bigger, then they begin to eat the grass. Isn't it? So this was for 1 year, so they must have already started eating the grass. This Brajadam is so special place. Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself was eating the grass of this place. And you eat the grass, sometimes dust, root will come out, and root means there's dirt is there. For more than half a year, Lord was eating the dust of this Brajadam. There's no tears like this in the whole universe. That is why we pay so much attention to this Braj dust. So there's no place in the whole, all the universes, you will not find any place like that. You may find many places where Lord has walked barefoot, but you'll never find any place where Lord has eaten the dust of this place. If you're worried, you stand up and you brush your dhoti and your shaka. This dust is so special. Even if you take all the opulence of Vaikuntha, 1 grain of this dust you can't buy. And you're just going like this, you're always worried, where's money? You have all the opulence of Vaikuntha, can't buy 1 grain, and you're just throwing it away like this. You're so rich, and you're just throwing dust like this. We shouldn't worry that we became dirty. We should worry that we're actually contaminating. We should worry that we became dirty. We should worry that we're contaminating the Braj. We're bringing all our material desires here. Just like on the way here, those who were on Braj, you passed by Akshay Bhat. In the bus we did also, but I was mad with this bus driver, so I forgot about it. On the way back, he reminded me, we'll see the Akshay Bhat. So this is the eternal banyan tree. Akshay, they never diminish. Akshay Bhat. So, they say this is actual desire tree. Although we believe that every tree of Braj is a desire tree. But anyway, this one is very special somehow. The Imli tala also Prabhu specially mentioned as being Kalpavriksha. So one time, there was one atheist. He came to Braj because he heard about this Kalpavriksha. Kalpa means desire, wish, whatever you wish, you can have Kalpavriksha, Shrilu tree. Wish fulfilling tree. So he was atheist, he didn't believe in all this nonsense. So he wandered around, he kept telling, show me one Kalpavriksha, I don't believe in this nonsense. Huh? Show me one Kalpavriksha. So finally, way far in the forest, one Brajvasi said, alright, this is Kalpavriksha. So he sat down under that tree. So he was atheist. Atheist means materialist. He will simply think of something for sense enjoyment. Atheists won't think anything spiritual. Just like we had one very, very wonderful devotee about 1.5 years or so ago. He left his body here in Vrindavan. Just before that, somebody came from some sadhu, and that sadhu told to that person, you tell him, I want him to do some little service. If he does that service, then whatever wish he wants, he can have. As many wishes as he wants, he can have. So immediately he gave donation for that service, and he said, so what are your wishes? You know, and he'd been struggling with heart attacks and so many things, and his body was swelling up. His wife was trying to treat him in so many ways, and she was thinking, he can get any wish he wants, you know. His going to wish that, all his diseases will go away, his swelling will go down, his heart will become better. He said, oh, I wish that the last word I speak in this lifetime is Krishna. I wish that, that my mind will be completely fixed on Krishna at the time of death. I wish that somehow I will go to that place where Prabhupada is. He just went on and on and on. His wife was, he's not wishing to get better. She's been, for 3 years trying to nurse him back to health. And here he is, he has any wish he wants. And what is he wishing? The last thing I think of is Krishna. The last word that comes to my tongue is Krishna. I just want to go to that place where Prabhupada is. And he made a big long list like this. And 2 days later, the last word on his tongue was Krishna. Prabhupada's tape was playing. And everything was just like he wished. He just heard Krishna, his mind was on Krishna, his mind was completely clear. He spoke Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, and left his spirit. So that's spiritual. But materialist, he only thinks for sense enjoyment. So what did he think? Alright, how about a big pot of gulab jamuns? Big pot of gulab jamuns if you it works. Alright, how about some nice cauliflower pakoras? Big basket of cauliflower pakoras. How about some nice kachoris? Big basket of kachoris. Oh, some nice paneer sabji. Big pot of paneer sabji. How about some nice puris of all of it? Big basket of puris of here. Like that, some rasgullas, some samosas. Like that. Everything, he was just thinking of sense enjoyment. So there was all this prasad there, so he began to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And what happens after you eat a big feast? He lay down under that desire tree and went to sleep. And he'd eaten so much. He slept and slept. When he finally opened up his eyes, he looked up. It was dark. He had slept so long, it was dark, he was all alone in the forest, and he looked around and he thought, oh my goodness, maybe a tiger will come and eat me, and a tiger came and ate him. So, if you're walking on this dusted road, you're walking under these trees, you better be very careful what you're desiring. Otherwise, the tiger of material enjoyment is going to come and eat you up. So better be very careful with your desires here in this Badrinath. It's a very wonderful place. So, although we desire very much to stay here in this wonderful place, we have to get back so we can take our sadhana and go to Damodar prayers. So, we can take a couple of questions first. Secretary will be best. In the spiritual world, everything is totally spiritual. But Prabhupada said the devotees, they can go to the desire trees, they can get whatever they want, they offer to Krishna. Still they cook. They go to the desire tree, get whatever they want, they go look down, they get whatever they want. Still they cook it and they offer it to Krishna. Don't think, well, just spread it down to everything's prasad, you just eat everything. First you offer to Krishna. We're here to remember Krishna, not remember our tongue. So I said, we have to be very careful in this way, whatever you're desiring. In his commentary, he says that, and Prabhupada just followed that commentary. But other commentators and all the Brajvasis tell us, if you went on the Mathura Parikram, then you went past Amikavan, behind the All India Radio. Huh? No, Ambikavan is there, where that all India radio tower is there, and you saw the, what is his name? Gokarneshwar. Gokarneshwar temple, that is Ambikavan. According to all the Vishwasis and other commentators.
Means they went there? Or is manifested?
That's where they went. They went to that Ambikavan there on the side of Ventura.
Inside of Mathura.
Yeah, you weren't on the Parikram that day when they did it.
Right. But the Prabhupada's commentary said that he's...
I know, because that's taken from Sridhar Swami's commentary, but other commentaries say that is Ambikavan. Including the Yamuna River. So even today we have big Kaliyas all up in Delhi polluting the Yamuna River. So one day Krishna and the cowherd boys came to this place, and the cows and cowherd boys, they drank the water and died. So then Krishna, he just glanced over them and brought them all back to life. And there was an old Kadamba tree. This Kadamba tree is here since, well, it depends on which Purana you take Praman from. Because in one Purana, Prabhupada explains, it says that Garuda, he knew that in the future Lord Krishna will come. So he put a drapter of nectar on this tree, because all this tree with his foot, it came back to life. But in any event, either 5 million years or 5,000 years, this Kadamba tree is here. So Krishna climbed up in this tree. He slapped his arms. Then he jumped into the river and made a big splashing sound. So Kaliya became very angry. Who's bothering me like this? And he came and he grabbed Krishna in his coils and kept him there in the water for 2 hours. All the Brishpasis were about to lose their life. Mother Yasoda was about to jump in, but Balarami knew nothing's wrong, so he stopped her, and she fainted. So after 2 hours, Krishna slipped out of his coils and jumped on top of one head and began to kick it. And he had hundreds and hundreds of heads. He raised another one, Krishna kicked that. He began to perform a beautiful dance on the head of Kaliya. Until finally, Kaliya was being kicked by the lotus feet of Krishna. All his sinful reactions were removed. And he suddenly began to understand that on his heads was none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna himself. And the Nagapatnis also came. We said, we don't know what activities our husband was so simple. How his heads became marked with the lotus footprint of you, we have no idea. But please, if you kill him, then we'll all become widows, so please save him. So Krishna sent him away to Fiji. Even today the villagers talk about some fire-breathing serpent that lives in one of the lakes in the India. To grow very slow, to see one so huge like this is very, very rare. Actually what happens, you see the old tree has come down, is about to disappear, and new one has come behind. So like that, for thousands of years, he's rejuvenating. Old tree will come down, new one will come, old tree will come down. The Brishpasis are telling this story, I don't know. Anyway, we'll come.
Kaliya temple. Samadhi. This is a temple. It's not a Vrindavan.
Underneath this tamarind tree, one time, Radharani disappeared from Rasa dance. We know about Krishna disappearing. One time Radharani disappeared. And Krishna was sitting under this tree, and in separation, his whole body turned golden. He was so much absorbed in thinking of Radharani. All the gopis were so surprised when they saw this beautiful golden form. And Krishna explained to Srimati Radharani that in Kaliya he will take this form and distribute love of God to all the living entities. So in Kaliya, Lord Chaitanya came here to this tree, and he's sitting under this tree. He was chanting Krishna, 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 and his whole body became blackish. So this is Imli Tala. This is Mutt of was the godbrother of Srila Prabhupada. Now they've torn down the old temple and are building a beautiful, glorious temple here for Shri Sri Radha Gopinath and Gaur Nitai. And the common people worship it as Tirharan Ghat, where Krishna stole the garments of the gopis. But this is not the actual place. The actual place is about 5 or 6 kilometers up the Yamuna here. But here, another pastime, because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentioned this place, that during Rasa dance one time, gopis and Krishna were tired, they went swimming in the Yamuna. He snuck out of the water and switched everybody's clothes around. And then when they came out, nobody could find out where their clothes was. So this is this place. If you And you see Temple of Yamuna Devi behind. Jai Vrindavan.
Jai. Radhe Shyam. क्या क्या है भाई राधे श्याम राधे 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 कैसी गात राधे राधे यमुना मंदिर की जय गिरिधा महाराज की जय यमुना माई की है कोई ना आया यमुना माई की जय।
Yeah. Yes. He said the banks are covered by kadamba trees, or you can take it that the kadamba trees are covered by kadamba flowers. And divya gandha, just like English, divya means divine, and gandha means fragrance. This divine fragrance of these kadamba flowers is flowing everywhere. Divya gandha va kadamba pushparaja. Nanda suno bhakta sangam, sangam abhinandani. He says Nanda suno. Nanda suno means son of Nanda Maharaj. He doesn't say Krishna. Just like when you go to the hotel in India, then you have to write in the register, right? Your name, then they want to know father's name. Isn't it? You have to write in the register. Because there may be so many Gopal Agarwals. But we want that Gopal Agarwal who's son of Gulab Chand Agarwal. So maybe so many Krishnas. So which Krishna? That Nanda Suno. That Krishna who's the son of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Suno Bhakta Sangha. His devotees. Some of them came from this side, some of them came from here, some of them came from there, some of them. So Sangam to all of those groups of devotees who come to take their bath early in the morning on the banks of the Yamuna. Abhinandani, she's doing their Abhinandan. She's giving welcome to all the devotees. Nanda Suno Bhakta Sangam. Sangam Abhinandani. She's doing their Abhinandan. Mam Punatu Sarvadara Deena Bandhu. May the beautiful daughter of the friend of all the lotus flowers always purify me. This is just one verse from the Musari. So if you didn't take some water, go down, take some water in your head, and we'll continue our Yamuna Maharani ki! And just in front of us, we're going to see there's a beautiful Yamuna temple as we go. Every night, just as the stars, there's no fixed time. When the stars begin to appear in the sky, then they do artik, very ancient. You come here in the night, it's so nice, very ancient artik.
यमुना माई।
Monkey's waiting for your glasses.
खाली मुफ्त में मूवी ले रहा है 10 पैसे दान
तुलसी कर रहे कर दिए कछु भावत नाई और दिए कछु भावत ना राधे श्याम राम राम मंदिर
Radhe Radhe! Radhe Radhe! That I want to go see the cool black waters of Kalindi. Maharaj said, how is it possible? He said, now Navikalipuram is there. You just send the old deity to Vrindavan. My devotee Ramdas will come and you send me with him. So anyway, anyhow, somehow Ramdas got darshan with the king. He told the king that Lord Jagannath wants to go see the cool black waters of Kalindi. King said, yes, I know. You're Ramdas? He said, yes. You surprised. King already knew his name. So he made nice chariot and many soldiers and cavalry, and they brought that body of Lord Jagannath here. Because Lord Jagannath, inside the wood is very small, just like you see it. They put more the silk and some type of plaster, all different types of things and make Lord Jagannath very big. But inside he's very small. So you see, these are very, very cute deities of Lord Jagannath staying here on this place, Jagannath Ghat. Bolo Jagannath Swami ki Jai Jai Jagannath Deena Bandhu Namostubhyam Nistirnoham Bhavam Bodhim Prapyatam Tadanim Sukam. Jai Jai Jagannath Deena Bandhu Namostute Nistirnoham Bhavam Bodhim, who takes us across that ocean of material existence, or Prapyatvam Tadanim Sukam. And by getting him, I'm just getting waves and waves of happiness. Tadanim Sukam. You know, Tarni means the waves. Tadanim Sukam. Just so many waves of happiness are overcoming me. Jai Jai Jagannath Deena Bandhu Namostunam Nistirnoham Bhavam Bodhim Prapyatam Tadanim Sukam.
Okay. Umbra
You got a stick, you can knock some down. They're full of vitamin C. Anybody got a stick with them? Knock. Another one here. Badrinath Temple, Badrinath Temple. And used to be wonderful sadhu who was my very, very dear friend. This is his samadhi here in the Prabhupada centennial year, and then just after Rath Yatra, I'd gone to Rath Yatra and then I came back and Hari Bhajan was gone. Very wonderful Nimbarka sadhu. 10 o'clock so we can arrive here exactly at noon. It's the sweetest nectar-like Ekadasi Prasad from Hari Bhajan. Anybody who came, and nobody was standing there at the door, ticket. Anybody who came, he gave Prasad to. But anyway, that just after Rath Yatra time, he went to the jungle and some snake bit him and he entered the eternal pastimes. But he was very sweet. He used to come here. He would always, that's why we stopped. He wouldn't let me go by here without sitting under this neem tree and tamal tree growing together here. And we would do kirtan together. He was from Nimarka Sampradaya, so they have what they call Yugala Mahamantra. Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe. One time we heard this and we went to see the Prabhupada. The Prabhupada said, yes, this is bona fide mantra. This is chanted by Nimbarka Sampradaya. Yugala Mahamantra. But because we're followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we chant Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
This is also Yugala Mahamantra because Hare is Radharani. So he used to chant both, and he would keep Prabhupada's picture on his altar, and he was so sweet. I never saw him unhappy. He always has a smile on his face. Always ready to serve the Vaishnavas. He never let me stop without doing kirtan here. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Sri Guru Charana Padma
Prabhu
Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurabani Prajani Deve Deve Shashunavadi Saraswati Prajani Deve Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurabani Prajani Deve Krishna Krishna Vrindavan Ashta Krishna Prabhu Jagannath Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakti Krishna Prabhu Jagannath Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakti Hare
Radhe Shyam. Mahaprabhu,
विश्राम बात।
Brisam Bat.
हाँ, ये बात नीचू में उनका विश्राम का स्थान।
Brisam Bat. Mahaprabhu taking rest in this place.
And Chaitanya have Vrindavan Sankirtan Sankha hai. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nitya Vijay next. See. Here Jagannath Patana I see.
Sri Krishna Balaram Bayaki. So yesterday somebody asked 5,000-year-old deities of Krishna and Balaram. Oh, Sri Dauji Maharaj ki. Older brother we call Dao. Huh? So Balaram is called Dauji. Come to us. And little brother is called Kaliya. So here we have Dauji and Kaliya. Krishna Kaliya.
Dauji Kaveya.
Dauji Kavaya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Par karenge Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Bajo Krishna Kaneya. Par karenge Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Par karenge Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Par means to cross over. And Neya we call the boatman. So who's the boatman for crossing us over this ocean of material existence? Krishna Kaneya. By singing the names of Krishna Kaneya and Dauji, we'll cross over this ocean of material existence. Par karenge, Neya re baja. Krishna Kaneya. Par karenge, Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Par karenge. Kaneya, Par karenge, Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Krishna Kaneya,
Dauji Kaveya.
Krishna Kaneya, Dauji Kaveya. Dauji Kaveya.
Krishna Kaneya.
Krishna Kaneya. Dauji Kaveya. Dauji Kaveya. Krishna Kaneya. Dauji Kaveya. Krishna Kaneya. Par karenge Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Par karenge Neya re bajo Krishna Kaneya. Oh, Krishna Kaneya Lal ki. Oh, Sri Dauji Maharaj ki. Maharaj came and he fixed it up very nicely, installed some Radha Krishna deities, but those original Krishna Balaram are here. Why are they here? Because Krishna and Balaram were playing with all the cowherd boys, and just like all of you it was getting late in the morning, they were getting hungry. But I got surprised for you, there's no prasad when we get back. We made a wrong announcement. Today's Ekadasi, there's no prasad till 2 o'clock. So all the cowherd boys, they were very hungry just like you. And so Krishna, he realized that all the cowherd boys are hungry. So he said, nearby, not far, the Brahmins are performing yajna. So he was son of a Kshatriya, so he's worthy of getting charity. So you ask in Dauji's name. So this is where this pastime started from here. In a little while we'll get to the place just nearby, across the fields, is the place where the Brahmins were performing yajna. And the wives of the Brahmins met Krishna. We'll see that a little later. But this is where this pastime took place. Therefore Krishna Baldao are here. Oh, Krishna Baldao dono bhaiya ki jai.
Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram.
Anybody knows what is this tree? Bale. Oh, you already guessed.
Bell.
This is bale tree. You see the fruits? See, there's some up here and some way up here. See, great big round fruits. Big. There's 3 especially used for worshiping Lord Shiva.
Mahesh.
And you see these big round fruits. Cowherd boys. Oh, some big ones up there. Cowherd boys used to play ball with these. They're very hard. You have to break them open, and then there's nice orange pulp inside, and you squeeze it through the strainer, and you mix it with water, and very good for keeping stomach nice and. If you get any stomach problem, you take bale juice, but this is the wrong season. It comes in a hot season. When you get stomach problem, it's in hot season, so then it becomes ripe. So this is bale juice. And they told her, because actually if you don't stop, it takes exactly 16 rounds and a few extras to finish your Parikram. Because we're stopping and hearing so much katha, it takes a long time. But if you just go around, you can get 16 rounds and a couple extra done. So she was way past 16 and she was wondering what's going on. You know, suddenly a big city came. She said, where am I? I said, this is Mathura. So if you go around without guide and you miss this turn and you have to go to Mathura, then you do 50-kilometer Parikram. So you should note down this turn. This is a turn to come back to continue Parikram of Vrindavan. Before it wasn't so obvious, now they made this horrible road so it's easy to see. Because he sent so many Nandalala and all of them got killed. So one day he was very frustrated, he was so angry, he decided to come to Braj himself. So he crossed over the Yamuna just here and he entered into Vrindavan. At that time, there was an old lady in a red sari standing there. As soon as she recognized King Kamsa, she grabbed him by the hair and she dunked him in a kund and pulled him out, and he'd become an old lady. His back was bent, his hair was all stringy and gray and white, his teeth were loose, his eyesight was bad, his hearing, his liver was quivering like that, his skin was all wrinkly and flabby. He'd become an old lady. So that old lady in the red sari, that was Mother Purnbasi. So she grabbed that old lady and she gave her over to the gopis that engaged this old lady in service. The gopis thought, this old lady, what could she do? Only thing she can do is make the cow patties. You see, all around Braj, you've seen sometimes pasted on the wall, sometimes on the And you see the little girls, they have a little pan like this, almost as soon as they know how to walk. This is the duty of the little girls. If you want to become gopi, you have to learn this. They take this little pan, they go around and they pick up cow poop and put it in there, collect it all. So King Kamsa, he was a king. He never even touched gober in his life. To speak of made a cow patty. So he was trying to make the cow patties, they were just falling apart. And all the gopis said, this old lady, she's completely useless, you know. And this began to push her and kick her and push her around like this. And King Kamsa, like that. King Kamsa was so upset. He said, oh, this is the worst day of my whole life. I wish I had never, ever come to this place. So then Mother Purnamasi grabbed him by the ear and said, you promise never to come back? Oh, I'll never come back. He took him to every gopi. Do you promise? I promise I'll never come back. 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 Then Mother Purnamasi grabbed him by the hair, dunked him in another kund. He came back as King Kamsa. He jumped across the Yamuna and never came back to Braj again. Oh, Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai. Damodar month, Damodar, he knocked over 2 Arjun trees, right? So this is the Arjun tree. You see where the... is Gauri Dauji. Because almost everywhere we go, we see Balaram is black. And people always ask, why is that? And do you know why? He's carved from white marble. And Dauji's black is he's carved from black marble. But here, they painted over the black and very light colored Daujis here, so they call it Gauri Dauji. And actually there's a secret. This isn't Dauji at all. What happened, one day, Krishna and all his sakhas, they were wrestling. And Sridham, he beat Krishna very badly, and Krishna jumped up. After they counted to 10, he was down and he jumped up. See, I beat him. So, you big liar, he beat you like anything. So again they fought. Again Sridham got him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Krishna jumped up. I won. So, you big liar. Huh? So everybody was getting upset because every time they defeated him, he would say he won. So then everybody said, oh, you're only lying like this because Dauji's not here. If Dauji was here, then he wouldn't lie like this. So Mother Purnamasi, she went to Radharani. She said, you have to teach this fellow a lesson. So I want you to dress up just like Dauji and go there and wrestle with Krishna. She said, what? He said, don't worry, I will give you the energy. Because Purnamasi, she's Yog Maya. So they dressed up Radharani just like Dauji. And you see her nice braids, huh? Then Dauji, she came there and she challenged Kaliya. All right, you say that you beat everybody. Now you have to fight with me. And everybody looked. Why this Dauji looks? He's a little weak, you know. He's been fasting for Ekadasi or something. So anyway, so Dauji, she, just like the wrestlers, you see in India, the wrestlers, they always... So they got together, and Krishna grabbed Dauji and swung her around, and pow! Right on the ground, and every bone in Radharani's delicate little body is aching like it is. Oh no, now what did I get myself into? So, Dauji and all the gopis were hiding in the bushes. They were chanting, Gauri, Gauri, Gauri. So hearing the gopis chant and remembering that Mother Purnamasi said she would give the energy, then again she got up, and again they were wrestling. This time she got up and fighting like this, and all them, Gauri, 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 Dauji, Gauri, Dauji. And this way he became known as Gauri Dauji. Finally Dauji got him down and defeated him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we always translate Muslim as club because we don't have such things in English.
Giri Govardhan. Nam? Atal Bihari. Ab? Nam?
This is banyan tree. You see banyan tree with his beard? Yeah. Banyan tree. So now we're one third. And they look inside and they shout, very carefully, with your head facing toward Vrindavan, pay your obeisances to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Yeah. Oh, Sri Vrindavan Dham again, with your head facing toward Vrindavan.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ramo Ramo Hare Hare Krishna Krishna कुशन सरोवर की जय
Maharaj ki Tavange Srila Prabhupada ki. So everyone who hasn't done so, keeping Giriraj on your left side, everybody should pay Dandavats to Giriraj.
गिरिदास महाराज की जय
Flower. So here there used to be a beautiful garden where Radharani would come to pick flowers to meet Krishna at Radhakund at noon. Every day at noon, the Yoga Pit, the meeting place, is at Radhakund. So here they would pick flowers to meet Krishna at Radhakund. Sometimes Radharani was here picking flowers And she saw on the tree there was one very beautiful flower, but it was just a little too high. And she jumped and all her bangles went ting, ting, but it was a little too high. So she left that one and began picking, but somebody was watching from the bushes. So when she turned her back, that fellow climbed up the tree. And he put his foot on the branch where that flower was, so it came low. So Radharani suddenly saw that flower had come low, but not so low. Still it was quite high. Ching! And then she grabbed that branch and she went to pick that flower, and that fellow took his foot off the branch. And Radharani was screaming up into the sky. So she was hanging there screaming, and suddenly one gallant young lad appeared on the scene to help our damsel in distress. Like this, so many millions and millions of pastimes are going on the side of Govardhan Hill. And especially this Kusum Sarovar. Another time, Narad Muni was here, because this time of year, Ras Leela is taking place in Vrindavan. This is, that last Purnima that was Saradiya Rasa Yatra. This is the Sarat season, autumn season, so that was the autumn full moon, so Ras Leela takes place in Vrindavan. But in the springtime, that is called Vasant. The Vasant Ras Leela takes place here on the side of Govardhan Hill. So Narad Muni was lamenting because no male person is allowed to enter that Ras Leela. So he was lamenting that he wanted to see that Ras Leela. So Vrindadevi came and she took Narad Muni over to this corner of Kusum Sarovar. She dunked him in the water, and he came out as Naradi. Very beautiful gopi name, Naradi. So then he went down, we'll go nearby that place where that Ras Leela took place later on. And there he was posted at the door, and he was one of the gatekeepers of Ras Leela, then he got darshan. Then when he came back here, you can note this, that over in, let's see, that was that corner, so over in this corner, Vrindadevi dunked Naradi into the Kund, and he came back as Narad Muni. And just across the way is actually Narad Muni's ashram. Because one time Narad Muni came here to Braj, and he was glorifying Krishna in so many ways, and Krishna was very pleased. And he told Narad Muni, why don't you stay here and do your bhajan? And he told, but Prabhu, I am cursed, I cannot stay any place any more than a few minutes. And Lord said, Arey Narad, that curse is only valid in the material world. This Brajadam is not part of the material world. That curse has no effect here. Don't think that you're in India or you're in UP. We're in the spiritual world, although our material eyes are not allowing us to see it, but we're in the spiritual world. So he said that curse has no effect here in this place. So Narad Muni has got his little ashram over here. We wrote Narada Bhakti Sutra, which now BBT has published, and Narada Pancharatra, and so many other Bhakti Shastras he wrote there. And the Mahant, or in charge of that temple, his name is Deena Bandhu. Deena Bandhu Sharan. Just like we say Deena Bandhu Das, he's in Nimbarka Sampradaya, they say Sharan. So he told me, I haven't seen anywhere, but he told me that at that place, that is the place where Kayadu came. Anybody knows who's Kayadu? Oh, we have some scholars here. Hiranyakashipu's wife. Prahlad Maharaj's mother. I have not seen it written anywhere, but Where else could Narad Muni have an ashram? He can't stay anywhere for more than a few minutes, so this must be the place where he had his ashram, where Prahlad got instruction while he was in the womb. Anyway, he's telling like that. So anyway, so now we're going to start our Parikrama. We have 22 kilometers to cover. If somehow or other you're supposed to be in the bus Parikrama, you wait here, those buses will come in a little while. Otherwise, you're welcome to come with us on foot. It's 22 kilometers. We're going to walk a little briskly, and then we'll see so many wonderful places and hear so much wonderful katha. And we have Srila Prabhupada with us, so Srila Prabhupada will lead our Parikrama, so nobody, unless, of course, if those of you who are in the Olympics who just want to run around the hill, then bye-bye, we'll see you. Because some people like to go fast, so you're welcome to go. We'll see you later. But side is Ratna Singhasan. Ratna Singhasan, jeweled golden throne, just like we sing or we pray every morning at Darshanartik. Divyad Vrindavan Kalpadrumada, Srimad Ratna Singhasanastho. Sri Sri Radha Srila Govinda Devo Pristalivi Sevyamano Smarami. So Ratna Singhasan, you may remember one time Krishna and Balaram and all the gopis were here, and this Shankachuda came to molest all of the gopis. So then Balaram left all the gopis Krishna left all the gopis with Balaram, and he chased over the Shankachuda and finished him off. So this is Ratna Singhasan. So just nearby there, we won't go there because there's a lot of stickers and thorns and it's very difficult to find. There's a little stone where you can see, little Shila, where you can see Krishna's footprint. He was standing like this, playing his flute, and you can see his footprint in the stone. Then ahead of us, on the left side, you can see Giriraj now. You see these rocks, this Giriraj here. Oh, Giriraj Maharaj! Well, later we'll tell you why he's so low. But anyway, you can notice. But a little ways on the head on the left side is Gwal Pokar. Now those of you who've been, how many have been on Navadip Mandal Parikrama? Oh, so we have quite a few. So you remember, everywhere we go, there's a lake and they call it Pukur. Huh? Do you remember? So Brijbasis, they like to jumble up all the words, so it became poker. From Pukur it became poker. And sometimes just kor, just like in Varsana there's Banu kor. They just cut it off completely, kor. So, Gwal poker. Now you know Gwal? Just like you know that there's a rickshaw and there's a fellow who drives a rickshaw, he's called a rickshaw wala. So go means?
Cow.
So who takes care of the cows, he's the go wala. So go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, 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 gwal. And Brijbasa becomes gwal. Cowherd boy. Or in pure Brijbasa, they're like the Japanese. They mix their R's and L's around. Just like if you have a Japanese camera, it doesn't go click, it goes crick. So they say gwar or gwaria. Pure Brijbasa gwaria. Anyway, this is Gwal Pokar. This is where all the cowherd boys come and swim. And what happened here was on just where we turned, when the buses turned, that was Radhakund. And way beyond Radhakund, there's a beautiful place called Suryakund, where every day every Sunday Radharani goes to worship the sun. Of course, the Brahmins who do the puja, there's one tall fellow and one fellow who's a little fat and lame, like that, is none other than Krishna and Madhumangal. So Madhumangal, he gets lots of nice dakshina, lots of nice laddus, he wraps them all up in his dhoti, like that. He has a special way of wrapping, he's got a big bunch of laddus in his dhoti. So, then, somehow Krishna told something and he snuck off there. So meanwhile, Madhumangal, Krishna goes by one way and Madhumangal comes by another way. Madhumangal's coming and Balaram sees this big lumpy dhoti wrapped around his waist. So he tells all the cowboy boys, you know what's in there? Are you guys hungry? There's a bunch of laddus. So they all come, hey Madhu, hey Batuk, we're hungry, come on, give us a laddu. This is my Brahmin.